I request all to stand as we observe a moment of silent reflection. Thank you.
By the powers vested in me as the Vice Chancellor and Principal, I hereby constitute this congregation of the Central University of Technology, Free State, to open the university officially and welcome all staff and students for the academic year 2024. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CUT choir. Greetings to the House. My name is Dr. Sali Tsengwa. I'm the Institutional Registrar, and today I will also be your Program Director. Our Chancellor Delegate, Dr. Mapai, Madam Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Pamela Dube, Deputy Vice Chancellors present and those that are not here, faculty deans, executive leadership, management committee, the SRC leadership, staff, parents, guardians, students, all guests. I welcome you to the official opening of the 2024 academic year at the Central University of Technology, Free State. This year, it's a very significant year for our university as we celebrate the 20th anniversary. That is 20 years of excellence, and I think we should give yourself a round of applause. We get to celebrate each milestone which has made CUT a force to be reckoned with the highest accolades in the education landscape, not only locally, but internationally as well. We are grateful to our students, alumni, our parents, staff, public who have contributed to CUT's achievement and been part of this journey. Thank you for supporting us through our 20-year service in higher education. And I finally invite all stakeholders, including government agencies, partners, the private sector, parents, guardians, and students to join us in the official opening and celebration of the 20th anniversary. On that note, may I request the CUT choir to also give us another musical item as we calm ourselves down in these proceedings. Thank you very much. Ladies, gentlemen, our non-binary colleagues in the House, allow me to introduce to you the leadership of the Central University of Technology, and I will start by introducing our Chancellor-elect, who will be formally inaugurated in April, Dr. Thabani Mapai. Our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Pamela Dube. And in absentia, our Chairperson of the Institutional Forum, Dr. Mantwa Mulite. The CFO, Mr. Nemuchili. The DVC Research and Innovation Professor Alfred Ngoy. We also have a DVC Teaching and Learning Professor Ngidi, who is not here with us today. The interim special advisor to the VC, Dr. Nguman. Next, I will be introducing the deans of the respective faculties, and I'll start with Professor Albert Stradom, Faculty of Management Sciences. And Professor Hester, who's standing in from Professor Mashele. Professor Wendy Sitlalintwa, who is from the Faculty of Humanities. And finally, the acting dean of Build and Environment, Engineering and Build and Environment, Professor Masinde. We also have in our midst the president of the SRC, President Metsing Matlaku. In addition, we also have members of council, we also have members of Senate, academics. We also recognize the presence of both our labor union, that is the leadership of Nehau, as well as the leadership of Nteu. Madam Vice Chancellor, please allow me to call on stage the President of the SRC to introduce his constituency to the House, President Metsing.
Greetings everyone, it's a Saturday, so I'm not surprised by the turnout. Reg, I was counting when you were speaking, you left 2 minutes, so I'm taking you 2 minutes, it will be mine. As I continue. Firstly, let me start by actually thanking the institution. The concessions that you made in the meeting we had with regards to registrations, it was a practical application of the first core value of CUT, which is Ubuntu. And we want to thank you for the concessions that you made, because it was a signal to us that you are people that we can actually work with. It's a lie, we don't always fight. We'll congratulate you and we'll appreciate you when you actually make concessions. Thank you very much for that. Let me start by greeting the students of the Central University of Technology, CUT choir that never disappoints. For the SRC, not everyone is here, so I will start with the ones that are here, and those that are not here will be introduced in absentia. In the executive, we have the Academic and Quality Enhancement Officer, Kagiso Sitlhabi. He did not wear his jacket. We don't know if he donated it somewhere, but it's okay. Then we have the Residence and Accommodation Officer, Siamtanda Mahao. Then we have the Public Relations Officer, Lazarus, although he does not like the name, Lazarus Mpufu. Then we have the Arts, Culture and International Affairs Officer, Jennifer Noluyolo Ngamlana. And in absentia, the Deputy President, she's late, I don't know what she was doing. Yesterday she said she's showering, is Jemina Mokwena. In absentia, we have the Secretary General, Hisin Deben, Tabiso Mhlakwane. the finance officer, Tandolo Dick, the legal and constitution officer, Tapelon Kreku, the projects and campaigns officer, Genet Meseti Skoma, the sports and recreational officer, Kresme Moholo, the transformation, equity and diversity officer, Mpoliao. Who did I forget KG? They're not here, leave them. I'm using this time for me. Now the next message goes to the students of the Central University of Technology. I'm gonna abuse this platform because I have it. I know they can't remove me now. I'm already here. To the students of the Central University of Technology, the institution agreed that you can register without having that money. But we know vast majority of you, NSFAS is not going to fund you. Per our calculations, is ranging around 5,000 students. So throughout the year, we'll be doing various programs assisted by house committees, by carnival committee, to fundraise and ensure that we are able to assist you. Please meet us halfway, the same way the institution met us halfway. Your responsibility as students is to ensure the student next to you has the same services that you have. If you are able to sleep at night knowing there's a student that's hungry, there is something terribly wrong with you. If you are able to sleep at night knowing there's a student that does not have an accommodation, there is something terribly wrong with you. This year, we do not have time to continuously call the CFO and say, this is what we need. We are young, we are in varsity. There's over 20,000 students for both campuses that will be registered this year. I think all of us collectively have enough to ensure that we cater for ourselves. So the message for this year to CUT students is, we do not ask for anything. We create it ourselves. And the only way we can do it is if everyone participates, and we are going to force you to participate. It is not a question. We are telling you, you are going to study and pass so that we are funding next year. It's not a question. We are not asking you. Every fundraising event we have, we are going to go to every accommodation, we are going to go to every residences. If we are funded, we'll go there with the funded list. If we are selling tickets, we are going to buy that ticket. Because this year must be a year where we show that as CUT students, we are not just people that protest. We are people that have brains and that have brains that work. Let me tell you something that you know, but you are not fully taking into account. The chairperson of council is a female. The vice chancellor is a female. The registrar is a female. We cannot allow the institution to fail. Vision 2030 can no longer be a vision. It must be a reality. Thank you very much.
Let's give a round of applause for the president who is making every moment count. When the opportunity presents itself, the president will lead. Thank you, President. Professor Ngowi, may I request that you come forward and introduce Professor Pamela to the House.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed staff, and our cherished students, today marks a momentous occasion as we gather for the opening of the new academic year at the Bloemfontein campus of the Central University of Technology. It is with immense pride and honor that I stand before you to introduce our trailblazer, a visionary leader, and a distinguished academic, Professor Pamela Dube, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of our beloved university. Professor Dube is not just a leader. She is a symbol of progress and inclusivity, breaking barriers as the first Black female Vice Chancellor at the Central University of Technology. Her journey, marked by transformative roles at institutions like the University of the Western Cape, University of Johannesburg, and University of the Witwatersrand, as well as the international contributions in Germany, and Nepal speaks volumes about her commitment to global education. Passionate about student development, well-being, and academic success, Professor Dube has left an indelible mark on institutions worldwide. As a published author and expert in post-colonial literature, orality, new media, and gender studies, she brings a wealth of knowledge to our university. Her commitment to education is not only evident in her prolific career, but also in her continuous pursuit of knowledge, reflected in her extensive management qualifications from the University of Cape Town Business School and Oxford University. Beyond her individual achievements, Professor Dube actively contributes to national and international boards for higher education, showcasing her dedication to advancing the sector. As a beacon of inspiration, she co-chairs the Association of Commonwealth Universities Higher Education and the Sustainable Development Goals Network Steering Committee, demonstrating her commitment to making a lasting impact. In her historic role as a CUT, Professor Dube is not just a leader. She is an inspiration, setting a precedent for aspiring academics and students alike. May I request you please to join me to welcome Professor Dube to the platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Ngowi. Chancellor Dr. Vincent Mapai, members of council are present and in absentia, the SRC president and your leadership and members who are present, executive team members, MENCOM members, Senate, leadership of labor and representatives present, and those in absentia, parents and guardians that could make it to be with us today, and those who are in absentia, all our CUT students and staff, good morning. Welcome to the Central University of Technology, Free State. A remarkable place of learning where we shape our future through innovation and applied research. Please allow me in the first place to take this opportunity to acknowledge and welcome our new Chancellor, Dr. Vincent Mapai, who, despite the overflow of many commitments, graciously accepted our Council's appointment to be the Chancellor of the Central University of Technology, Free State, with effect from the 1st of January 2024. We're very privileged. Thank you. Indeed, we are very privileged to have a person of your caliber, experience, and gravitas as our steward for the next 5 years, Chancellor. It is really encouraging and affirming to know that we have a sage to seek counsel from in this mammoth task of crafting and shaping the future of South Africa through education. Dr. Mapai brings a plethora of experiences from academia, research and development, industry, business, and entrepreneurship. CUT Council could not have hoped for someone better. Chancellor, we look forward to your formal inauguration coming up soon in April, and thank you for already gracing us with your presence as a guest, and welcome to CUT. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a historic day in the South African calendar. It's the day in which President Nelson Mandela was released from prison, charting a new democratic path for South Africa. As you may recall, it was a day filled with hope and anxiety at the same time. We were hopeful and anxious because we knew Mandela's release meant that we too would be free at last. There was hope that life would be better and that people would be free from the shackles of poverty. Indeed, the advent of democracy heralded a wave of changes in various sectors of society, and higher education was not spared. It is on the back of that wave of transformation that our universities of technology were born, and CUT is this year celebrating 20 years of existence. This year, we build on the foundation laid by our remarkable staff and students in various divisions and faculties over the past 20 years. They have made us proud to take the lead in several innovations and inventions. For those of you who are already part of the CUT community, and for those of you who are becoming one of us, you can be very proud of your institution. In the months ahead, we will continue to work towards our Vision 2030 to be a leading African university of technology, shaping the future through innovation. And most importantly, to celebrate our achievements since the inception of CUT as a university of technology. Our 20 years anniversary could not have come at the right time. Colleagues, the AI bug and the fourth industrial revolution is upon us. In their book titled Technopoles of the World, The Making of the 21st Industrial Complexes, Manuel Castells and Peter Hall observe that, I quote, universities are to the knowledge economy what coal mines were to the industrial economy, end quotation. The fourth industrial revolution that we are witnessing is a knowledge-based economy. We would do well as a people to invest in education and position our university to play a meaningful role as a catalyst in the knowledge economy and as a university of technology to play a leading role in advancing digital learning and teaching pedagogies. In our 20s, we are young as an institution, yet vibrant and agile. We have the advantage of the age and must use this anniversary to showcase and optimize our potential and court with our potential partners. Our aim is to raise the bar in various aspects of our university, and we are harnessing all available opportunities to grow our offerings in the science, engineering, and information technology, and other streams to take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution. Dear parents and guardians, both here and in absentia, for the next 3 years or more, your children will be in the custody of our stewardship. Thank you for entrusting us with the responsibility to co-create their future. I know that you expect nothing less from us than to empower them with the knowledge and skills to shape their character and values, and to prepare them for the challenges of life ahead. Developing a skilled and knowledgeable society, shaping the character of a nation is the very purpose and essence of education. When we send our kids to university, we do so with a sense of hope that they can compete fairly among their peers for economic opportunities available in our country and beyond our shores. We send our kids to a university so that they can acquire the knowledge and the skills for them to have a career and earn a living. This is the utilitarian value of education. It is for this reason that at CUT, we place an emphasis on practical areas of learning and work-integrated learning to enable our graduates to be competitive in various places of work. And true to our word, last year, 99.9% of our undergraduate students were successfully placed for work-integrated learning. The role of education is also both to advance knowledge and to serve as a catalyst for economic and social prosperity of a nation. It is through education that a country can become competitive globally in terms of skills and products it produces. It is also through education that we can bring development to our communities and improve the conditions of our people through applied research and innovation. All countries that have low levels of inequality, countries that have banished poverty and unemployment among their people, have done so on the back of quality education system. A highly productive and resourced education system is therefore the oil that propels the engine of growth. You have made a good choice. I wish to take this opportunity to reassure the parents and guardians and the students that by choosing CUT, you have indeed made a good choice. You're joining a very large community of over 1,600 academic and support staff and approximately 22,500 students across our two campuses of Welkom and Bloemfontein campus. Last year, we admitted 4,466 first-time entering undergraduates and over 300 international students. And this year, we have a space for only 4,515 first-time entering, but have already exceeded our target, while of course mindful of the Department of Higher Education and Training's 2% cap. As you are aware, universities have very limited spaces, and we are truly privileged to welcome those of you who have made it through. We are ready to also support you with our academic support programs and to promote your success. Do get yourself informed about the variety of these academic support programs and make use of this opportunity to develop yourself and to learn. As the SRC president advised or basically instructed you, you are here to learn and you are going to pass. With all the available academic support programs, all you need to do is just ask, but also say long time before things get really to a head when you are struggling. Our large enrollment figures reflect the capacity of the university, the quality of the academic offerings that we have, and the good reputation we have cultivated over the years as a center of excellence. Our university offers students very diverse learning opportunities in our 4 faculties of engineering, built environment, information technology, in management sciences, in humanities, and in health and environmental sciences, including the 6 multidisciplinary research centers which underscore our commitment to integrated curriculum which prepares our students for the world of work and to play a meaningful role in the knowledge economy. Our excellence is a reflection of the strides and the progress we are making in growing our own timber of academic and research staff. CUT has 23 NRF, or the National Research Foundation, rated researchers out of 234 across universities of technology. Last year, we reached a target of 58% instruction or research staff trained to an advanced level of digital pedagogies to adapt with the times. To date, an addition of 134 of our academic staff have PhDs, and we hope to exponentially increase these numbers over the next 5 years. CUT is also host to the prestigious DST NRF, DST being, well, it used to be the Department of Science and Technology, Research Chair Initiative in Medical Product Development through additive manufacturing, led by one of our esteemed C1-rated researchers, Professor Dion J. De Beer. Our university continues to make significant strides among its peers. Last year, the university was recognized by the Times Higher Education prestigious rankings, which placed us at number 41 in their Sub-Saharan Africa rankings. This is a significant achievement in the history of this institution. These rankings and the ratings of our scientists give us confidence and gives confidence to prospective students in particular and staff alike. We will continue to strive for improvement in these areas because we are aware that it is in the nature of human beings to want to associate with the best. University life is not just about academics. There's a lot of extra or co-curricular activities that you would be exposed to. I strongly believe a university must provide a balanced life where students can grow in both academic and social life. We have excellent teams and coaches in sports, arts, culture, debates, and student political activism. Feel free to participate and realize your full potential. The rate of crime and GBV is a serious concern both in our communities and on our university campuses. We continuously strive to create a safe and conducive environment where both our students and staff can work and learn and walk freely without fearing for their safety. We are in the process of establishing safety corridors with the University of the Free State and fostering collaborations with our security and community policing forums. As a student-centered university, we have made the safety of our students a #1 priority. And in this regard, we have initiated and completed various projects to install cameras, enhance access controls on various entrances to our campus or campuses, and strengthened our security systems. Believe me when I say you have joined a good university, not only in academics, but also in the social and co-curricular activities. Our choir there is hosting the CUT flag high, and we applaud you for continuously putting us on the map as CUT. Once again, our choristers have achieved an impressive feat, securing position #1 in the gold category for African and Western songs. Thank you. Halala. The choir has proven its prowess and talent, and this was their first time entering the large group category, which makes their achievement even more commendable. Our student debating team members reached the finals in the South African National Universities Debating Championships and were awarded certificates of recognition by the South African Debating Council. We also have a vibrant radio station, CUT-FM, providing entertainment and edutainment programs, disseminating crucial information, and providing experience to our students using our existing partnerships with 5FM for presenter volunteer development programs. Make a point to tune in and visit the radio station to see for yourselves and get to know more about all these CUT trailblazers of the airwaves that have cut their teeth from CUT campus radio station. All of these examples show that the campus life at CUT is vibrant and dynamic to develop student programs of the highest standards, where we promote student success in both academic and in the realization of talent and pursuit of co-curriculum endeavors. But what kind of graduates do we want to co-create and to produce as CUT? When he was a rector of Princeton University, before he became the president of the USA, Woodrow Wilson lamented, and I quote, "the pedantry and narrowness of the old fixed curriculum," end quote, and argued for the embrace of, quote, "new ideals, investing in men who care more for principles than money, for the right adjustment of life than for the gross accumulation of profit," end quote. And every time when I quote Woodrow Wilson, and where he says men, also think of women, because at the time there were not many women going to universities and colleges. His vision was of a university that takes charge not of men's fortunes, but of their spirits, because he believed his country was in need of more men and women whom we can admire, not because they have accumulated great fortunes, but because they have thought great thoughts. That is the future of a university I wish to build with my team and with all our students and staff of the university community. Those are the types of graduates we seek to shape and produce and co-create. We want people who would be respected for what they stand for the ideas they produce, for the inventions they have created, the patents that they have trademarked, and the difference that they have made in society. We have declared in our strategic plans that a future CUT graduate would not simply be a self-serving entrepreneur, but a social entrepreneur who empowers others to transform their lives from the stranglehold of race, ethnicity, and gender discrimination, and the many other forms of exclusion and subjugation. These are people who understand their social responsibility, who care not just for themselves, but for others. The role and value of education is not limited to imparting knowledge and honing skills. It's also about building character. I believe that education is an important conveyor of values in society. Institutions of learning are second to home, the places in which the youth spend most of their time, and they are therefore better placed to shape the character of students and by extension of society. It is with this understanding of the role of education that you would be very disappointed if CUT students are becoming champions of hedonism or self-gratification. We would be disappointed because we expect educated people, especially our own students, to be exemplary to society in general and the youth in particular, and to be responsive and responsible citizens. And we will do our part as we commit to make your stay with us memorable, fulfilling, and remarkable. And I'm also confident that you two, the ambassadors and future alumni of CUT, will not disappoint. However, it would be amiss or remiss of me if I don't take a moment to share with you a few words of advice as you embark on this life-changing journey, which I promise is not easy at all. Studying for a post-secondary qualification is like running a marathon. It takes long and it can be demanding mentally and draining physically. I know that there will be times when you feel discouraged, times when you will be engulfed by self-doubt, and when fatigue would weigh in and ugly thoughts of quitting will visit and trouble your souls. However, like a marathon runner, you must not despair when the climb is too steep, for after every hill there is a down slope that follows. Yes, there will be potholes on the way and the long gravel patches that you will come across, but don't give up. Neither should you say, I won't study, because of all the multiple problems that may befall you about finding accommodation, transport issues, or load shedding. You must light a candle where it's possible and even keep the kerosene lamp flaming throughout the night to make your dream come true, and do ask for support. You are not alone on this journey. And as I mentioned before, do it early enough. You can always feel when you are starting to struggle. Don't dismiss that feeling. Start getting help sooner. There are many people that can help you, from other peer mentors in the supplementary instruction program, the academic advising programs. There are a number of programs, even in residence for those who stay in residences. Ask for help in good time. Don't wait until we come to situations where you have to be receiving those ugly letters around academic exclusions. Nobody wants to go through that process, and nobody wants to receive those letters appealing and explaining what went wrong. Avoid having to get to a stage where you need to explain a lot. Start letting us know upfront and letting us know what the barriers to your success are so that we can address them. Neither should you say, university life is both exciting, as I said. Let me not only just talk about the struggles. It's exciting because you will forge new and sometimes lifelong friendships and learn a lot of new things about your studies and life in general. It's also challenging because you begin a new life in which you learn to be responsible for your own decisions. You have the freedom to decide when to go to your own room, where to go for food, how to dress, and what to drink, and what not to smoke. There would be no one to chase you around asking if you have done your assignment or written your test. Life at university requires a lot of self-discipline. Social life at university is quite exciting, as I said, and it can be overwhelming sometimes. Without self-restraint, you may find yourself lagging behind with your academic work. You just need to make sure you learn how to strike a balance between your academic and social life. What I'm saying is that do not forget the main purpose for why you are here in the first place, and why you should live in record time. It shouldn't take too long for you to complete your subjects, because we are all rallying behind you to promote your success. You should not disappoint and forget where you come from and why you are here. But as I always say to the students, we are a reflection of the friends that we keep and the choices that we make in our own lives. The people around us have a huge influence on our character. What I mean is that if you choose to spend time with dodgy characters, you are most likely to adopt some of the characteristics, or dilly-dally and procrastinate because you are influenced by those characters. Similarly, if you spend a lot of time in the company of people who challenge you, who are clever than you, and who love education, you are likely to complete your qualification in record time. Your future is in your hands. This is an opportunity for you to shape it. Again, thank you for choosing the CUT as your university. We are happy to have you and excited to see you grow into responsible citizens who will make a meaningful contribution to society and the economy of this country. To our parents and guardians, as I mentioned before, in 1990, we were all anxious and hopeful at the same time. We were anxious as we watched a historical epoch unfolding before us. As I said, that historic moment shaped the future of South Africa as we know it today. Today, we are 30 years into democracy, and it's a time to reflect about what we have achieved as a country, but also what difference we want to make going forward, and stop pointing fingers only at the leaderships. The problem is we have the solution ourselves. We are the leaders that we are waiting for. You've got the opportunity to start really providing the solutions also yourself. So we shouldn't only look at leadership and start complaining. I know there's been a lot of complaint this week, especially after the State of the Nation address. I know that at this moment you feel the same about the journey. Now this is to the parents that your children are about to embark upon. You are anxious about the freedom your children will enjoy, and you are hopeful that they will do well in shaping and crafting a better future for themselves. I hope that we have done and we will be doing more than enough to reassure you that your children are in good hands and that the institution they are joining is indeed a good choice. To our staff, thank you for your continued efforts in improving our delivery. And to our whole CUT community, thank you for your support and allowing us to serve you. May 2024 be the great year of thinking beyond our achievements of the past 20 years. I wish you all of the best with your studies. Thank you. Kia leboha, baie dankie.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chancellor. Can we have another musical item and take stock of what the VC has shared with us today? Thank you very much. And the academic year 2024 has been officially opened. Yes, we need that. So, on behalf of the management of the Central University of Technology, the CUT Council, our Chancellor, the Management Committee, the Senate, members of the Senate, members of the Institutional Forum. We also have our leadership of the two labor formation, Nehau and Nteu, to parents, students, business, industry, all the colleagues that are supporting us. We want to thank you. We want to thank you for holding hands with us as we forge ahead to bringing change to the lives of our students, to making CUT a university of choice. I do trust that our students have taken what the VC have said in her commitment statement on how she and her executive lead are going to take us forward. Let me thank each and every one of you for taking the time to come here and celebrate the official opening of the Central University of Technology, and thank all those colleagues that have contributed to the logistics and the arrangements that this day becomes a success that it is today. To our CUT choir, we always appreciate the melodies that you share with us, and I want to thank you all for the cooperation. The choir will now rise for the singing of the national anthem, and I request that we all do so.
Distinguished guests, I hereby declare this congregation officially dissolved on behalf of the Central University of Technology Free State. I wish to thank all for attending the official opening of the university for the 2024 academic year, for showing your support to the university, and for making CUT the university of choice in the Central region. I ask the audience to please remain standing while the procession leaves the hall. Thank you.
Dumelang, hello. Students, can you please remain seated? We are going to provide you with food parcels.